Welcome back, creators and image makers, to day 2 of Profusion's Virtual Connect 2020. I'm your host, Jeremy Gay from the Nanlite America studio in Los Angeles. Today we'll be talking about the newest products that have been released for quarter 3 and quarter 4, as well as talking a little bit about our company and our sister brands. So, let's get started. Be sure to stay to the end for our Q&A and giveaway, where one lucky winner will be chosen to win a free Light 5C. All right, so that is our first product that we've recently released, which is the Forza 200. And we got one sitting right there behind me. The Forza 200 is the next in the line of the Forza series panels, single source lights from Nanlite, where it's a 200 watt and it's a single battery solution. So the great thing about that light is that it's actually even smaller than our Forza 300 and Forza 500. It doesn't really say much, but smaller is always better. The difference between the line is very small, but it does help when you want to try to do storage packing and just maybe space on set. So the great thing that I like about the Forza 200 is that it is a little bit smaller. It's a little more compact. It's a little more punch for having a smaller light on set. The great thing that I like about that light also is that it has the Bluetooth function in there. And so all of our lights that have been released since the mix panel forward has Bluetooth built in. And I'm gonna have to leave that as a little dangling teaser for right now, but every light that has Bluetooth built in offers a great feature that you're gonna like coming soon. So, let's see here. Just want to make sure that we are going live on the right network. So, sorry about that. I had a little unforced error that I just wanted to be sure that we were doing well. So, okay, we're good. All right. So also the next light that we have that's going to release is our Forza 60, and here's a little something to talk about that light. Now the Forza 60 is the next light in the Nanlite Forza family to expand upon it. It's the very first one in the series that actually offers bicolor features. So normally when you add bicolor to a single source COB light, your output gets smaller because you have diodes dedicated to different Kelvin temperatures. Well, with this version somehow we were able to make it brighter than the daylight version. I don't want to make any bold claims, but I think it might be one of the first bicolor lights that's brighter than the daylight version. You have to do some research about that one, but I'm pretty sure that that's a very big deal and very new to the industry. So it's a great small light. It can fit in the palm of your hand literally, and it offers a bicolor range of 2700 to 6500 Kelvin, and it gives you that punch that you wouldn't expect from a light as small as it is, but it also gives you an even added benefit with the newest accessory that we're going to show next that gives you even more versatility and punch when you need it. So here we go. All right, and that is our new Forza 60B projector, which is coming out very soon. And the great thing about that light is that you have all the features that you see. We can add gobos, you can add logos, you can add different effects. You know, you have a little built-in cucoloris that you can add in there to have like a window effect, you know, of light shining through a window on a wall. Very creative uses, and it magnifies the light, you know, significantly. So that's going to be coming in the next month or so. So stay tuned to your local dealers for ordering of those. What I'm really excited about with that feature or with that product is that it has, you know, really makes a light that's so small even more powerful and gives you even more punch than ever. So, you know, the Forza 60 is brighter than, and I'm not going to name any names in the industry, but a lot of single source lights that are similar to it that are, you know, up to twice the power draw. So it's a very efficient use of power, and it's a very effective light for your production needs. So you have a lot of YouTubers, you have a lot of filmmakers, independent students, and things of that nature. You know, it appeals to a wide audience of people because it's like that little, it's like a little Area 150, you know, a little small light, but it's an LED and actually even brighter than that. So I would say the Forza 60 with the Fresnel on is very close to like an RE500 or RE650. So if you're thinking of a tungsten light equivalent, so it's a great light for that. You know, one of the things that people really notice about our brand is that it appeals to a wide audience. And the reason why I bring that up is because our brand is a part of 3 different companies. Nanlite is a part of the Nangguang photo video manufacturer, and they have they're one of the largest manufacturers in the world of production LED lights, nearly 30 years old, and we have, like, last I checked, we're at 350,000 square feet of manufacturing space, over 200 patents. And we're adding even more space for studio and for manufacturing. And the reason why I want to bring that up is because it has a in the Nangguang group, we'll just say it for short because Nangguang photo video is very long, that it covers nearly every segment of the creative market industry. So you have your entry level to prosumer, then you have your mid-level professionals, and then your higher-end professional with our new line called Nanlux that is start to ship later next month or into January. So Nanlite, you know, our product catalog is for the entry level to YouTuber to prosumer mostly. But when it comes to the Forza line or the mixed panel series of lights, that appeals to a broader market and all the way up to industry professionals. When it comes to the Forza 500, at least here in Los Angeles, we have some, professional with like 3, 4, 5-ton grip trucks replacing their HMIs with the Forza 500. The mixed panel is very popular. The Compact 200 behind me, if you notice on our Instagram account, on our account, or on the Nanlite USA account, you'll notice that CBS News uses that light very often in their on-location productions. So even though a lot of our lights appeal to a broader market into the professional level, it's more built, I wouldn't say that our lights are for prosumers. It's just that they're built to be compact. If you notice in our stream yesterday, Derek Lamoureux, he mentioned the fact that he's able to carry his Forza 500 as a carry-on item onto the plane, so he can stick it in his overhead bin. So I would say more appropriately, our brand appeals to the solo shooter, the smaller productions, and that can vary on across the scale of experience from beginners to professionals. So when you think about that, that really opens the door to what other needs you might have. So Nanlite is one of 3 brands from the Nangguan group. The next group is LEDGO, that's another brand, and then our third brand is Nanlux. So LEDGO is more powerful models of lights than what you have with Nanlite. So LEDGO has similar RGB WW tubes, much like the Pavo tubes, but with this one, they're much more powerful. They're 4 to 5 times more powerful, but they don't have an internal battery, and they also have, you have to power it with a V-mount 26-volt battery, much like what you do with the Forza 500, the Forza 200, and the mixed panel 150. But they're both very durable. That's the difference between LEDGO and Nanlite. You're going to have bigger lights that maybe can handle more abuse of bigger productions. And that's not to say that the Nanlite brand is not very well made. It's just that it's lighter, it's more easier to use, to get into little things that are simpler to work with. So I want to show you another video about what it looks like to use both brands. So like I said, the Nanlite, we appeal to a wider audience, and so you'll see professional crews using LEDGO and Nanlite in their production needs. So let's take a look here and talk more about different tools for the job, regardless of brand. Alrighty, here we go. So there you have it. So you have a production. It was for a commercial, an industrial commercial for actually an industrial home lighting company where they use the Pavo tubes and the Alta tubes. They use the Magic Cube from LEDGO, and they also use the Forza 500 from Nanlite. So it's different tools for the job, but as you can see, they mix very well. And here in Los Angeles, just so you know, I'm a part of the LEDGO and the Nanlux team. And I'm just filling in for our teammate, Luke, who's recovering. And so he runs the Nanlite Global account, so shout out to Luke. Hope he continues to have a great recovery. So he he runs that account, and also you'll see on that account where a lot of people use both lights. We have a lot of overlap just because the Nanlite brand has raised its level. It appeals to a more professional market, and so it's a great light to have, whether you have the mix panels, the Forzas, and things like that. And so we want to show you guys how that really fits into different productions and different uses. So if you hold on later in the next segment, I'm going to be doing the Nanlux account, and we're having our live stream a little bit later. But I just want to point out, so here in LA, I run the LEDGO and the Nanlux accounts. And we've noticed that when I go on set, more and more people that are using LEDGO or vice versa are using Nanlite are using the other brand. They're using both. So sometimes they want to use a more powerful tube, and sometimes they want a Fresnel with a lot of punch, or sometimes they want a bigger panel that has more power. And they'll find that with the Magic U series. So we are going to have a giveaway in a little bit, but we want to see what you guys want to talk about, or if you have any questions about the products, about the new releases, or anything that you guys have in production. So I'll give you guys a minute to kind of think about those questions. And we're going to pick one of the people that asks a question to win a free Lidolite 5C. And so if you guys aren't familiar with the Lidolite 5C, I'm going to show you guys a little bit about that so you know what it's all about, because I think the Lidolite is pretty amazing. So let me find that one for you. All right, here we go. All right, so there you have it with the Lidolite 5C. That's an awesome light. It's very small, very compact, and it has the best of both worlds because you have the diffusion dome to make a nice little soft light, and you also have the exposed diodes to make a nice hard light for a lot of different uses. So the magnets make it very clutch when you want to make use of it for mounting purposes and getting it in like behind a steering wheel, like for a car scene, or mounted on top inside of a car or on a wall, or maybe like in a little corner when you have like a one shot where you're moving around and you're getting this shot where you need to light a space but you don't have room for a stand. The magnets are really clutch, and those aren't the only lights that have it. So the Pablo Tube 2 6C also has magnets attached as well. Both of these lights also have Bluetooth, so when the app for the Nanlite app updates in the next month or two, you're going to see a very, very nice welcomed advantage to using the app with the Bluetooth feature. So anyway, let's see what kind of questions we have here. Alrighty. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So we don't have a question yet, but we do have a opportunity to win the Lidolite 5C. We also have something else that I think would be very interesting to share. Let's see about this one. Ready. Another thing that I think is important to talk about is the, oh right, here we go. Got the 6C and they're just perfect. The grid with the 6C is really great. I know, that is great. So, Mr. Camera, what is your most common use for the PavoTube 6C? Here in LA, like there's a scene that I thought is really cool where we had a flashing light for like ooze for a glow. And so like when you see the different effects with the app where you have like flicker or you have flash or you have pulse, if you have two tubes, you can make it pulse down to where it doesn't go all the way down to 0 and it can go back up. And so it can kind of be like a glowing effect if you adjust the decay and kind of make some changes on there. So when you see the effects, like, you know, you have like, what, 15 different effects, you really have an opportunity to get creative. So when you see the names of it, like fireworks and things like that and welding, that's not the only function of those effects. You know, like if you have like a narrative where it's maybe sci-fi or fantasy and maybe you have someone that's like flashing, you know, some kind of energy beam out of their hands or something like that, you could use it to be that ambient motivated light for that purposes. So I love that light. So pack shot mainly. Okay, I use them also for underwater. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the PavoTube has a sealed bag just like the Litolite 5C, and so you can put that underwater. So really great use for that light when you're trying to light a scene that maybe have a pool in it, maybe at night. So you can kind of give a little ambient color or maybe just some white light through the water or maybe even in a lake. You could also move that light around if you have someone either underwater, or you could have a stick where it looks like something's moving through the water that's lit up, like maybe it's a jewel or maybe it's like an alien or something like that. So I'm really excited to see what people come up with using that light with a waterproof bag. So I really appreciate you guys posting stuff on our Instagram stories every day. It's always fun to see what you guys come up with when you're using our lights. So that's pretty awesome. So if anybody doesn't have any more questions, we are going to call it a show. And we're going to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram at Nanlite Global. That's at Nanlite_global on Instagram. You obviously know where we are on our YouTube channel. If you're in the United States, also there's Nanlite USA. It's a great account that you have more content to see from Nanlite. So if you're in Canada, if you're in North America, you're going to find some great content from our team in New York to produce content for us. Just so you know, we have multiple teams for our brands around the world. So with Nanlite, we have a team here in LA. We also have an office here. We also have an office in the UK and a studio space as well. And so we're in over 80 countries around the world. We have different dealers and distributorships. So you have a great network of people to help you with buying products, with getting support or warranties and things like that if you ever need repairs. And so it's a great opportunity to do that. So we thank you for taking the time to watch us, and we look forward to you guys following us on social media and interacting with you and seeing what great work you guys come up with. So with that, you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Alrighty.